Somewhere right now, someone is running the numbers, trying to work out how much is enough to stop trading days for a salary. 34 or 64, the question is the same. How much can you spend each year without running out of money before you run out of birthdays? Spend too little, you work years you never needed to. Spend too much, you run out. The answer people give you is 4%. Take 4% of your savings in year 1. On $1 million, that is $40,000. Then every year after, give yourself a raise the size of inflation. It sounds like it was invented on a napkin. It was not. It came from one man with a spreadsheet and a grudge. But 4% of what? Work it backwards. Start with what you actually spend. The average American household gets through about $78,000 a year. Housing takes 26 of that. Transport, 13. Food, 10. Healthcare, 6. Another 10,000 is pension contributions, which stop the day you do. That leaves about 69,000 of real living. Divide by 4%, 1.7 million. Your number is not your salary, it is your spending, times 25. 1994, William Bengen studied aeronautics at MIT, then spent 17 years bottling soft drinks, and only then became a financial planner. Everyone was telling retirees the same thing. Stocks average about 10% a year, so you can safely pull 7. Bengen checked that against real history. Then he tested every retirement start date since 1926. Here is what the 10% crowd missed. An average does not care what order things happen in. Your portfolio cares enormously. Take the 30 years from 1966, averaging almost 10% a year. Retire on $1 million, draw 5%, and you go broke. Now run those same 30 returns backwards. Same numbers, same average. You finish with 4.8 million. Nothing changed but the order. Meet the unluckiest retiree in American history. She stopped working in 1966. There was no crash. The market just sat there. From 1966 to 1982, the index rose 26%, while prices nearly tripled. Even counting dividends, stocks lost a fifth of their purchasing power. $40,000 of 1966 living needed $119,000 by 1982. Their portfolio went nowhere. Their grocery bill went everywhere. So Bengen ran every starting year and asked, what is the most you could have withdrawn and still lasted 30 years? Most years you could have been greedy. Retire in 1982 and you could have taken nearly 10%. But the answer is not the average year. It is the worst year on the board, and that is 1966. Bengen got 4.15. Rerun it with different bonds and you get 3.8. That is how precise this number is. Not a target, a floor. 4 years later, 3 professors at Trinity University checked his homework across every rolling 30-year window. At 4% with a 50-50 portfolio, you survive almost all of history. Push to 5 1/3 of retirements run dry. Ask for 7, the number everyone was recommending, and you make it about 1 time in 4. Now, the fine print. Bengen tested 30-year retirements, stretch that to 50 years, and 4% only survives about 6 times in 10. It uses American market history, which happens to be the market that won. It ignores taxes and fees, which are not optional, and it assumes you spend like a robot in booms and busts alike. Real retirees watch the news and quietly cancel the cruise, which is why the number keeps moving. Morningstar now puts the safe starting rate near 3.9%. Bengen himself, with a wider mix of assets, argues for 4.7. So do not treat 4% as a promise. Treat it as a smoke detector. It will not tell you the day you can quit. It tells you whether you are in the right range or out by a factor of 2, which is worth knowing before you hand in your notice.